Bloody Sunday, I directed every single federal agency in the United States government to promote access to voting, and each agency is heading and heeding the call. For example, the Department of Veterans Affairs is going to make it easier for veterans and their families to register to vote. You know why? Because we're going to use VA facilities, and they're going to open them up for everybody, and nobody's going to stop anybody. But across the board, in addition, the Justice Department, my Justice Department has doubled the voting rights enforcement staff, challenging the onslaught of state laws undermining the right to vote. We've supported Democrats fighting for voting rights bills since day one of our administration, making sure that we have unanimous support among Democrats in the Senate, which we do. But each and every time it gets to be brought up, that other team blocks the ability even to start to discuss it. That other team. It used to be called the Republican Party. But this battle's not over. We must pass the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. We must. And we're going to keep up the fight until we get it done, and you're going to keep up the fight, and we need your help badly. And finally, we continue to confront the oldest and darkest forces in this nation, hate and racism. You know, there's a through line from Owensboro massacre that happened 53 years ago that killed 3 students for whom this very area, this very arena is named, to darkness that pierced the grace of Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston, which I visited right afterwards 6 years ago, to the torches, those you ever think you'd see in the modern times, people coming out of the fields down in Charlotte, Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia, carrying torches and Nazi banners, screeching the most anti-Semitic and anti-black rhetoric in history. Hundreds and hundreds of them. And when asked, the guy who had this job before, when asked what he thought about it, he said, well, there's some very good people there. Hell, very good people. They're racist, they're fascist. And folks, that was 4 years ago. I never thought I'd see that in my career. The violent and deadly insurrection on Capitol Hill 11 months ago, on January the 6th. I'm going to say something self-serving. I'm supposed to know an awful lot about foreign policy. I've known every major world leader in the last 40 years. I've spoken over 140 heads of state since I've become president. You know what they all ask me? Is America going to be all right? What about democracy in America? Did you ever think you'd be asked that question by another leader? I'm not exaggerating, gentlemen.